Good afternoon, traders. This is a live trade recap. I took no trades this morning between 9:30 and 10 a.m. Eastern Time, but I'm going to show you why in just a moment. This is also a very important announcement for Webull Update 5.0.6 version is out now. If you are not sure which version you have, just click on the little settings icon and then click check for update, and it'll show you, or it'll prompt you to download the latest version, which you should do especially if you use the active screener. There's also a couple other features I'm going to show you they've added. But the active screener now, which always has listed the top 20 stocks by volume, but in 5.0.5 was not showing the correct percent change, and now it is. So that's very helpful if you use that as part of your criteria for picking stocks like I do. And let's take a look at the account page now to see the other options that were added, or the other features that were added. The options buying power and the crypto buying power are now displayed on the account page. So if you trade either of those, that's probably going to be a very helpful feature to have. And then also, just to clear up any confusion, why is my account red even though I took no trades today? That's because of the swing trade that I'm in with SPXL, which I've been in since May 20th. And now it's June 3rd. I'm green on that trade, and there's no way I'm not going to end up green on that trade, but the SPXL along with the S&P 500 and SPY gap down today, so that's my unrealized loss right there. So let's take a look at the chart, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about, and then we'll look at the video showing the stocks that I was watching this morning and why I didn't take any trades. So here's SPXL. So there's my position at 94.37. My stop loss is at 95.14. So as I said, there's no way I can lose money on this trade at this point. And the reason why it's showing red on the account page is because the stock or the ETF gapped down today. It opened up down here and then flushed down, and now it's kind of making a recovery. But we're down overall from yesterday, so that's why it looks red. So now let's take a look at the video, and we'll see which stocks I was watching today. EARS, GOED, GTT, and CLOV, they all met the screener criteria. Let's just go over that really quickly so there's no confusion. Again, they must be on the top 20 organized by volume. Then I check to make sure, of course, that they are increasing in price. If it's red, obviously I'm not going to look for taking a long position on a stock that's selling off. Now, once I see that it's in the positive on the percent change, then I check the float size. So GTT has a float size of less than 100 million shares, and it's also on the top gainers list. A quick way to know that it's going to be on the top gainers list, if you don't want to just like look down through every stock, is if you see, for example, it's up 32% and the bottom top gainer is 14%. So you don't even have to identify it. It's right here, but it saves you some time if you're trying to pick stocks very quickly and get ready for trading. So GTT actually ends up being one I think that I removed and then placed back because it was trading below the 200 MA. Here's where I think I have the daily chart up. Yeah, at this moment I was checking to make sure all the stocks on the list were trading above the 200 MA, and not all of them were, so some of them got removed. EARS is above the 200 MA. That's this red line right here. And GOED is below it. It's just now starting its 200 MA line. And GTTT was trading at this moment below it, but it kind of came back up above and got back on my watch. And same thing with CLOV. It was below the 200 MA, so those got removed off of my watch list. And for whatever reason on Webull, you can't just kind of delete. I guess the easy thing to do is to just reduce the number of charts on the page, and then that'll give you the kind of blank spaces back, and then you can put the charts that you want up, or remove the charts that you don't want. So you can change the charts, but you can't delete a chart or blank it out without reducing the number of charts on the page. So now we just have ERAS, and that's it at this moment, but I do put GTTT back up. So what I'm looking for always is for the stock to be trading above the previous day high, and that's what this yellow line represents. This is the previous day or the pre-market session high, and if it's not trading above that high, then I don't even bother looking for an entry, even though here on GTTT you could have bought the reversal and rode it back up to that level. That works sometimes. It did the same thing over here on EARS, but not often enough for me to add that to my trading plan. The problem with that is you are trading in a local descending trend. So you're trading against the trend on the shorter time frame, and that is just stacking the odds against you of the trade not working out. So I'd rather just wait until the stock breaks out through the previous high, reestablishing that it is in a recent uptrend and could continue further. So that's my criteria, and that's why I didn't take any trades today, is because these stocks never broke out through their previous high, at least as of 10 a.m., because that's when I stopped trading. I only trade from 9:30 to 10 a.m. That's it. So you can see here, we're right at 9:59-ish right there, and then I watch for the last minute, and they never break out through their previous high. Even if it was, say, 9:59, if it broke out through and pulled back and gave me an entry, I would take it. But once 10 o'clock hits, then that's it. That's my cutoff. You got to stop somewhere. And there's plenty of days when from 9:30 to 10, there are multiple entries to take based on my criteria and my setup. So no reason to force trades on a weak market or hang out and try to get a trade later, even though there could be some good opportunities. It's just one of those things where if I took a trade after my cutoff period and it failed, I would feel like an idiot because it's not part of my plan, and I would have broken my plan. One of the rules of my plan is that if I break a rule knowingly, then I have to stop trading for the rest of the month, and that's all part of the discipline of being a day trader. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful to you. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer them. And if you haven't hit the like button, please do so if it was helpful, and subscribe if you haven't done that. As always, go into every single trade with a plan and follow your plan no matter what. And take your stop losses no matter what, honor your profit target, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.